एक्वास्टार नहीं है क्या? घर ले आइए एक्वास्टार यूपीवीसी रेन हार्वेस्टिंग सिस्टम। ये लीक प्रूफ है और साथ ही बेहद मजबूत भी। फिक्स इट एंड फॉरगेट इट। एक्वास्टार।
ओम शक्ति प्लाजा शहर के बीचों बीच खोला गया एक नया फैंसी शोरूम है, जहां पे लेडीज़ के लिए डिफरेंट वैरायटीज़ के ज्वेलरीज, बैंगल्स, बैग, नेल पॉलिश और कॉस्मेटिक के वाइड रेंज कलेक्शंस अवेलेबल है। और यहाँ पे बच्चों के लिए टॉयज एंड फैंसी आइटम्स अवेलेबल है। और यहाँ पे रेंटेड बेसिस पे गोल्ड कवर ज्वेलरीज भी दी जाती है। ओम शक्ति प्लाजा, अबोडीन बाजार, बाबू लाइन नियर गणेश टेम्पल।
President Dhanmeji, Vice President Andaman Chamber Congress, और ऑफिसर्स, तमिल संगम से आया हुआ सब मेंबर्स का सबका म्यूनिसिपल की तरफ से स्वागत करती हूँ। से आया हुआ सस्टिस का बहुत तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ। और अपना मेंबर्स सब इंट्रोडक्शन अपना कर दीजिए, प्लीज़ स्टार्ट कर दीजिए, बैठ के कर दीजिए।
सर, मैं सीनियर वाइस चेयरमैन धर्मेंद्र शाहुल अली पोस्टर
वार्ड नंबर 2
राजेश राम डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन काउंसिलर वार्ड नंबर 2 सोमेश्वर डेप्यूटी चेयरपर्सन हेड वार्ड नंबर
जी करा
सर, मैं अजीजुर रहमान काउंसलर वार्ड नंबर 6।
इसके बाद जय कुमार सर, हम लोग ऑफिसर है उसका थोड़ा हम लोग वार्ड के बारे में, डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए। वेलकम अंडमान निकोबार करिए।
That he has been able to accommodate this event in his very busy schedule of activities, and also that he has been able to come to officiate at this ceremony. I should therefore like to place on record my deep appreciation to the Honorable Chairperson, Tamil Nadu State and Andaman Nicobar Island Human Rights Commission, Honorable Justice Bhaskaran, for the honor he has accorded on us, and having accepted our invitation and being with us today for the important event in the history of Andaman and Nicobar public police, and more particularly the history of Andaman and Nicobar Island and Andaman citizens living around the globe. At this juncture, the history is rewritten by the Honorable Chairperson, Tamil Nadu State and Andaman Nicobar Island Human Rights Commission, Honorable Justice Bhaskaran. I welcome our guest of honor and special speaker, Dr. Vijay, IAS, Secretary for the Tamil Nadu and Andaman State Human Rights Commission. I welcome our guest of honor and also as special guest, the Chairman of the Andaman Municipal Corporation, Honorable Mrs. Selvi. My special welcome to the host of the event, the President and members of the Andaman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Sri Surendra Kumar Pragada Andaman and Nicobar Island public body. I welcome all the municipal councillors of Andaman and Nicobar Island. Just small brief about our Honorable Justice. I am pleased to introduce our chief guest today, the Honorable Chairperson, Tamil Nadu State and Andaman and Nicobar Island Human Rights Commission, Honorable Justice S. Bhaskaran. He is a non-controversial judge. He has shown tremendous equanimity in steering the government of Tamil Nadu, even in the most difficult circumstances. He is an eminent educationalist, a renowned social activist, institution builder, orator, nationalist thinker. He is a senior-most judicial personality, having shaped public affairs in a big way for the last 4 decades. He was appointed as Municpal district magistrate in the Tamil Nadu Judicial Service in the year 1988. He served in various stations and was promoted as district judge in March 2001. Among other stations, he served as principal district and session judge at Kanjipuram, Coimbatore and Salem. Also served as presiding officer in Director Judge, CBI Court Judge, Tata Court Judge and the NDPS courts and delivered landmark judgments. He was the
recommendations, they'll sit on that, they'll recommend the actual thing to the council and in turn council got approval. And this becomes a very important for Portland Municipal since it is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands and we do not have any other entry point to the islands. This is in a way you can say administrative, commercial, tourism capital. We do have an airport and all ports which connects to Chennai, Calcutta and all. Inter-island ships also operated. So though it looks like very small municipality, but we do have multiple tasks here and any dignitaries, any visitors visiting from the country, they will be landing here only. And as you would have seen and observed from the councillors, it is a sort of mini India. You will find people from all walks of life here. Majorly the occupation over here is government and then if you say some sector it is tourism and then fishing industry which is coming up over here. And there is no such industrial development as on date. And the population is around, census is 1.75, it could be 2.5 close to that. And this is about municipality's composition. Anything else regarding this, I am ready to answer and then we can go into the... Thank you so much for the question.
next guest of honor, Dr. Vijay IAS, Secretary to Government Human Rights, Tamil Nadu and Andaman Human Rights Commission, will speak about.
I will give a brief introduction about our secretary because Ilangovan has forgotten about that. He is an IAS officer now, but he is a doctor by qualification and he has been in all sensitive posts so far. He was collector of Tirupur district, which you know is a textile hub. He was commissioner for Coimbatore Corporation, one of the biggest corporations in Tamil Nadu. And prior to that, he was in all sensitive posts as sub-collector. And now he is in a more honorable post where rights of every human being is involved. So throughout his career so far, he has been in sensitive and very important posts, and he is experienced in municipal administration. That's why I said he was a commissioner of Municpal Corporation and he was a district collector for Tirupur, two important districts, and he knows more about municipal administration than me. So he is the most apt person to talk on issues relating to whatever you have said. Thank you.
Respected Chief Guest and Chairperson, respected Chairperson of the Municipal Corporation, esteemed dignitaries, very good morning to all of you. Very happy to be amongst you today and speaking to you. Like it was mentioned by Shri Mohan, the idea again for all of us present in this room is to again ensure that there is a crime-free and strong and vibrant, transparent Andaman for everybody to see and for the upcoming generations also. And it was very nicely explained the various functions and duties of the municipal corporation, and rightly it is the entry point, and thereby it becomes the most important part of the administration of the entire island. Generally, when corporation is effective, the entire city is effective, and in this case, the entire territory is effective. So that places the kind of importance, the role of civic body in any form, more so in a place like Andaman. It is the most thankless job also. Whatever is being done, the public expectations are always more in a civic body. It's very difficult, and to match the aspirations, the kind of workload and the kind of efforts put in also needs to match. I'm sure all of you will be aware of that, and all of you will be ensuring that. So that matching level has to be to the point, and I'm sure all of your phones will start ringing very early in the morning. Generally, there are 4 things: water supply, street light, sanitation, and the roads. These, if you take care of these 4, and everything will be taken care of. A lot of initiatives also, I'm sure, must have been taken with respect to solid waste. Yeah. These are emerging areas. Liquid waste management also, and especially in place of tourism, solid waste management plays a huge role. Say in place like Nilgiris, Ooty in Tamil Nadu, or any hill station, Kodaikanal, the plastic ban, lot of enforcement, regulatory as well as conducive activities have to go hand in hand. Like we go too regulatory also, that it will affect the inflow and affect the traveling population to the state, which is again very bad for the economics, and it projects country in a bad way. At the same time, we have to regulate things also. Like we have a plastic ban, for example, it needs to go in a very synchronized way, well organized and very well demarcated manner. At the same time, you cannot be too liberal also, liberal and make people do whatever they want also. That balancing is very important for any civic body, to go too regulatory or to go too lenient. So striking the balance is important, and ensuring public participation is always key to success, be it in any organization. Even in our organization, SHRC, chairperson has ensured that the common man reaches, is able to reach the organization, SHRC, be it through email or whether somebody wants to come from any place, they say Kanyakumari to Chennai, or somebody nearby, or somebody wants to report. Parents are in Tamil Nadu, children living abroad, they have to report something, the email is always there. So idea is to ensure that the last citizen, the last mile connectivity is there for everybody to reach. So it is even more important for us civic body also, because round the clock all of us work, and that access is more important. So that these are the things that we need to look at basically, to balance out the aspirations, needs and the delivery that we do, and also balance out the kind of regulation and the kind of liberal aspects that we do, and most importantly to provide access to the common man and ensuring transparency. These are 3-4 things I wanted to discuss with you. Human rights has already gone into civic issues. Sir yesterday pointed out to the in the meeting with the respective chief secretary also. Human rights today has evolved into each and every aspect of human rights. A civic issue today can be classified as human right. In fact, it goes on to say, I'll go on one step further and say that there was a petition, Sir knows about it, that the toilets are not being maintained in the state, and up to the level of the chief secretary, it was being questioned in a state like Tamil Nadu. So that is the kind of awareness people have, and that is the kind of, everything was submitted with proper evidence, and whatever the procedural aspects have to be done, it was brought to the knowledge of the commission. See, looking into that and taking action and taking it forward, that is a separate issue. But then bringing forth that not maintaining a toilet as a human right issue today is a huge thing. We would not have imagined this like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Human rights would be custodial death, human rights would be torture and all those things. But not maintaining a public toilet coming as a human right violation and it's escalating to the level of chief secretary of a state is something we have not heard before, and these are evolving aspects and dynamics of the democracy that we have today. We can go ahead and keep complaining. On the other side, we can go ahead and keep working and improving also. It depends on how we take it. So I suggest we take it positively and do things other more positively also. And I've always believed in inclusive growth and getting everybody together. That's why I appreciate the aspect the public police are here and chamber representatives are here. it's always important to take everybody along with us. See, one thing, government may put any regulation, any policy, but taking it requires participation from everybody. It need not be government all the time. Government alone cannot do the development of any place or region or any even a street. It requires public participation, it requires private participation, it requires active citizen engagement, voluntary organizations to step in. All of them constitute the judiciary, the police and the uniformed services, all of them constitute the society, the press, screen media, everybody. So it is not just the government or one person who can take the rope and pull things forward. So all of them join together and have to do things. So that is where an agency like Human Rights Commission will come into play, to ensure that all these elements in a society are working in a free, fair and a transparent manner, and which is why it is very important we are all together in this forum also. It's not that civic body is demarcated into a separate silo today and working on its own. I'm very glad to see people from Chamber of Commerce, people from public police, the press, and of course Human Rights Commission here, so that we all function as a whole organism and take things forward. So I am very glad to be here and talk amongst you all. Very fortunate and privileged. I would like to thank our chairperson for giving me this opportunity to be here amongst you. I would like to thank Sri Ilangovan and Surinder sir also, who have been very wonderful in providing their support to us, and chairperson madam also, I am very thankful, and each and every one of you. Thanks for being here, and best wishes to all of you, and let's make the Andaman more vibrant and take it to the generation forward. Thank you all.
Very good morning, warm greetings to all of you. It is indeed a great honor to get an opportunity to sit in the council hall of the municipal corporation along with the chairman and talk to all the councillors and civic officials. When my secretary has already spoken to, that normally when secretaries and then to officer IAS cadre speaks, the subsequent speakers will have minimum work because they cover everything. When secretaries work effectively, the chairman's work gets reduced. So he has reduced my work to a great extent by talking in length. As he said, Human Rights Commission of Tamil Nadu is looking after human rights issues in Andaman also. We don't have a physical presence here in Andaman. We are here only to take steps to get office accommodation and other staffs so that there can be a permanent office in Andaman which can deal with issues relating to human rights. As he said, Andaman being a peculiar area surrounded by sea, having a lot of natural wealth, we are concerned because human rights now involves anything and everything. You are talking about toilet issue. Yesterday you would have seen that the Supreme Court of India has taken note of a petition by advocates of Nilgiris regarding non-provision of toilets in combined new court complex built at Ooty. So even ordinary things, small things which as right or as violation of our what I can say, our civil right is now being raised in various forums and especially in human rights forum, and as told by our secretary, they expect results within very short time, which is not feasible or possible, but still the expectation of the public is like that. So we have to rise to the expectation, do things. Human right as such, you know, basically means it's only giving respect and treating everyone as equal. And we in the Human Rights Commission want to create awareness about human rights. Yesterday we had a meeting with our Chief Secretary here in Port Blair. Today afternoon we are having a meeting in our High Court building. The issue is, what is human right? What for people can come to us? Almost anything, as I said in the beginning. Environment, pollution, tribal welfare, violation of child labor, bonded labor, all these things are covered. I am only saying some examples. How do you approach? Because as I said, we don't have a physical presence. People in Andaman may not be aware of existence of Human Rights Commission. how they can approach us as told by our side already. We have got a mail ID. You can send a representation on mail. You can send by post. Anyone who wants to come in person, they can come to us in Chennai. But soon we will have an office here itself. We will have a permanent setup where people can represent. Human rights, as pointed out earlier, is an issue which touches upon day-to-day life of people, and especially people now elected by people like councillors here, ward councillors and others have a major role to play. They expect you to solve all issues within no time. That's not feasible. In reality, it's very difficult to fulfill all the demands. But still, as representative, people's representative, you have a very onerous responsibility of fulfilling their desire and dreams. We come into the picture when that so-called desire or wish of the people is not fulfilled by you. Can we interfere in all those things? We are supposed not to. But now, various judgments of Supreme Court says, yes, we have to interfere. In fact, we had a meeting yesterday where the jail superintendent and others were present. Even a person, not like, because we are in Andaman, so we are not talking about cellular prison, I am talking about modern day prison. Even a prisoner is entitled to all the rights guaranteed under our constitution. He is entitled for medical facility, he is entitled for whatever is available to an ordinary citizen outside the prison. So, if there is any violation in prison, there also we come into picture. Now, you could have seen in papers that number of issues touching upon the common man, we take it up on our own. We call sumoto proceedings. Commission can interfere and take up on our own issues relating to the public. For example, if there was some misbehavior by transport person in the bus with the public, then we can interfere. We can take sumoto action against the official concerned. For example, when the personal rights, see now Supreme Court says right to life is given to everyone under the Constitution of India. So that right to life includes everything. Right to food, right to shelter, right to water. See, denial of water to a person because of failure of civic authorities will also come under human rights violation. So there also we can come into the picture. As such, we have a major role, or both of us, see, the civic administration and human rights commission have to go hand in hand to solve the issues, to solve the problems.
He was the chief judge of the court of small courts of Chennai and finally served as registrar judicial in the Madras High Court. Before elevation of High Court, he has also held the post with administrative responsibilities and conducted several legal camps in districts and the state level. He was a member of Tamil Nadu Judicial Officers Association and held the post of treasurer, secretary and president of various points of time. He also took up responsibilities with the associations and worked towards the welfare of the judicial officers. As secretary of the association, he mooted the idea of having consolidated the conduct list of all serving judges in Tamil Nadu. This soon went on the replacement of the states as well. As president of the association, he organized the South India Judicial Officers Conference and it served as a platform for officers from the 4 southern states of India to come together, share knowledge and discuss common issues faced by them. At this age, the Honorable Chairperson Tamil Nadu State and Andaman Nicobar Human Rights Commissions, Honorable Justice Bhaskaran, is working for the welfare of the citizens of Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and traveling across India to have a good, transparent and corruption-free Andaman governance in India, crime-free India, cash-free India, to create new and strong Andaman in India and implement the policies of Government of India for transparent public administration in globalizing India and corporate governance from India to global. Our Honorable Chairperson Bhaskaran is against corruption and against crimes in public life, and he continued to fighting against corruption and crimes for the last 4 decades. our Honorable Chairperson, Tamil Nadu State and Andaman and Nicobar Island Village Council, Honorable Bhaskaran is working for the welfare of the citizens of Andaman, providing a good, transparent and corruption-free governance in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Crime-free Andaman, Nicobar Island, to create new and strong Andaman and implement the policies of the Government of India for transparent public administration, globalizing India, and corporate governance from India to global. We are really fortunate to have such a multi-dimensional visionary as our chief guest. I have immense pleasure in welcoming the Honorable Chairperson once again on behalf of Andaman Municipal Corporation, on behalf of Andaman Public Police. Thank you.
Good morning all. First of all, I extend a very warm welcome to the visiting dignitaries to this beautiful island. I've been asked to give an overview about the Municipal Council's composition, constitution and when it was formed. Originally, this was a municipal board which was constituted in 2nd October 1957. Subsequently, when the population influx has started, this has become a municipal council in 1994. It started with 6-7 wards, and then as on date, it has 24 wards spread over an area of 41.22 square kilometers. And we do have that women's reservation even in elections, 1/3 is reserved. And as per the regulations, the first year is reserved for women, which is the elected councillors will elect chairperson amongst them, and the tenure is for 1 year. This municipal council is assisted by various subcommittees like finance, taxation, works, town planning, public health and all. All public related works and public utility things, we do have a subcommittee. These subcommittees comprises of 5 councillors, again elected from these wards, and one amongst the 5 will be the chairperson of that. And for anything, everything, these committees play a major role. They will take up the work and all the proposals.
Which has with it as a human rights problem, human issues. Because everyone born as a human being has got a right. Because almost most of you know, because I don't know Hindi, so I can't talk in Hindi, but I can talk either in Hindi or either in English or Tamil only. See, we have a great history where T.B. Chakravarti gave part of his body to feed the bird. Like that, in Tamil Nadu, we have got a tradition where the great Chola king ran over his chariot and killed his son because he killed the calf of the cow. So, historically, we have got a tradition where rights of the people, not only people, rights of animals also was protected. So, as a body, we are supposed to protect the right of everyone, including the prisoners I told. See, non-provision of medical facility also will amount to human rights violation. Negligence is different. Medical negligence, because as I said, my psychiatrist is a doctor, he should not feel offended. Medical negligence is different. We are not concerned about failure of treatment given. We are concerned about failure in providing medical facility. That will amount to violation of human rights. So, public is entitled to ask for provision of human medical facilities. That can, if that's a default or failure as a part of administration, that can become a human rights issue. Like that, ordinary things, small things will amount to human rights violation. So, ultimately, it is a cooperation between the government agencies and by statutory bodies like SHRC have a major role in ensuring that public is not affected, public right is protected, and they are given all necessary benefits which they are entitled to. So, Human Rights Commission as a body has an overall duty or role to monitor and ensure that the public is protected, assured of the basic rights given to every one of them under our constitution, and the fundamental wishes are fulfilled. Of course, the public provide environment, provide to protect the forest. Whether they do it or not, as a civic body, you are supposed to do it. And issues relating to protection of environment, protection of the forest wealth, natural resources will also be covered in the human rights. So, it is indeed very nice for that we both of us, myself and my friend, got a chance to interact with all of you, because ultimately you are going to be the guardians of the human rights. You are going to be the protector of the natural world. Yes, because the Andaman Nicobar is one of the richest place in the world, which is provided with a lot of enormous natural wealth, and you are going to play a major role in the economic well-being of our country. So it's a great honor, because I never got an opportunity to enter into politics or enter into electoral issues. So to get an opportunity to address the civic body in your conference hall is indeed a great privilege for me, and I will remember it for my life. And I take the opportunity to thank your chairman, the members, the officers of the civic body, and also Mr. Ilangovan, the organizer for the police public movement, and also Mr. Surender and other people from Port Blair for sparing your time and also giving an opportunity to us to address and interact with you. Thank you very much. And anytime, and our website is available, anyone can approach us on any demand relating to human rights issues. Thank you.
Chamber of Commerce President.
Namaskar. You have, as a public representative, now our vibrant democracy, which has percolated up to the last man, Gram Pradhan and Gram Sabha, and of course, you, the public representative, as Justice has also enumerated and emphasized, that every Cartesians are also as given detail in every aspect of our life, for child, for a lady, for underprivileged, for a labor, or for a patient, or for a commuter, or for that matter, anybody who is for public service, public utility service, who is supposed to get under our constitution, our legal rights and all. So now we have been, there has been a total absence of human rights organization whom our masses through you people who are the Janprathinidhi to approach to the Honorable Human Rights Commission for the whatever deficiency in public services or the individual rights. So that is we are seeing the light of the day, and Justice Bhaskaran has assured that soon there will be a office over here where the people can personally come, because still the digital technology has not reached to various sector of the society. So putting up an email or this thing or sending a letter to the Chennai office, so all that will be a matter of yesterday, and now it will happen here. So everybody, and especially it is your domain that you in your various wards or Jilla Parishad or others, wherever you are there, you people are the pillars of democracy. So you can spread this message that you're right, and if you don't get right service back in any field for a lady or even for a house conflict in between, so that also can be addressed to there in the of course other remedies available in the police station or social welfare board or others. But then legally one can approach the commission who are here, and definitely they will see the justice and service delivered to them. I am really thankful on behalf of the islanders and on behalf of all of you that Justice Bhaskaran and Vijay sir has taken this initiative to come all the way to these islands, and as in person has addressed you all, and beginning has been made, and it is for us all the citizens of these islands who has all been, it is called a mini India, so that we can take initiative to see that everybody gets justice and we live in peace and harmony forever. Thank you. I once again welcome Madam Retd, wife of Justice Bhaskaran, Justice Sir, and the Secretary, IS Officer, Mr. Vijay, Dr. Vijay, for being here. And last but not the least, Mr. Alongovan, who has taken all the initiative of making it to organize all this, coming all the way from Chennai, and Mr. Tanvir is my younger brother. He also has taken the initiative, and with your help, I think we will be able to do a lot of work in this regard. Thank you.
I am open to any questions from anyone. If anyone
Wants
wants to ask
the
anything.
Secretary of Public Bodies speak about the problems of Andaman, Nicobar Island.
He can speak. If anyone wants raise any question, I am prepared to answer.
First of all, I would like to welcome and thank Justice Bhaskaran, Dr. Vijay and Retd ma'am and Dr. Lemon sir. It has been a nice brief from both of you, and definitely the message sent through your speeches is quite enlightening. Well, this comes as a very good present to the citizens of Andaman and Nicobar Islands that such human rights commission will be placed here. So, though it's a wing of the government itself, it helps us enforce what our rights are. And Andaman especially, the kind of plans the new government has, the kind of investment which is coming in, we see a population rise coming in. And with this new generation, with the Gen Z, we expect a lot from our government, and we see ourselves in level with international, like other countries, and we compare, we see what's happening in other countries. The kind of rights, democracy, the way of working, and the Human State Right Commission will definitely help us ensure what our difficulties are. Well, every place has its own difficulties. Andaman also has its own challenges, being the most remotest part of the country. There are some issues with water and power, which we are trying to cope up with capacity as the population also increase. I'm sure with the coming of Human Rights Commission and not just water and electricity, but various other issues even related to maybe prison, and as situation arises, whatever situations come in, we would be able to address, and we would get a great platform for our islanders to address and basically push these things for a better solution, and to give a better solution to upcoming generations. So this is a start, and I welcome the change, and I thank you both for coming down to Andaman and Islands and setting up office here, and congratulate on the same, and congratulate all on Andaman Islands. I would like to thank Chairperson ma'am for having this program and allowing this healthy discussion, and for opening up their venue for this special day. Thank you once again everyone, thank you all.
Now the session is open for everybody to ask questions. Vice Chairman.
Ganesan sir. Yes sir. Please.
पीपीएमसी के काउंसलर्स और हमारे ऑफिसर्स, मैं आप सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। आप लोगों ने अपने कीमती समय निकालकर हमारे बीच आए, अपने एक्सपीरियंस को भी साझा किए, उसके लिए मैं सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ।
अंडमान से जुड़ी सभी छोटी बड़ी खबरें देखने के लिए हमारे अपने न्यूज आज तक यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकॉन प्रेस करना ना भूलें। हमारा अपना न्यूज आज तक, अब सच देखेगा अंडमान।